What's up everyone, welcome to Stockton. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we talk about stocks before they start blowing up, say goodbye to chasing stocks at all-time highs, and say hello to making some money. So if this sounds like something you want to take advantage of, then hit that beautiful subscribe button and like the video. Now let's get to it. Before we get into the video, I have to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is just my opinion and is for entertainment purposes only. Having said that, if I'm talking about a company, I'll let you know whether I'm personally going to invest in it or not towards the end of the video. But you should always do your own due diligence, so with that out of the way, let's get started. Hi guys, there's a couple of new developments with regards to Tellurian that I want to discuss today. After this, we'll look at the chart to see where the stock price is most likely to go from current levels. First up, Forbes just posted this article about LNG that I find really interesting. Carbon neutral LNG, another reason why natural gas could win the energy transition. Perhaps the most important part of this article is that it highlights how the demand for natural gas can only grow from current levels. This of course is an excellent sign for Tell stock shareholders. The article goes on to say the following: now at 375 BCFD, the reality of the world's energy situation is that natural gas demand is set to grow substantially in the years ahead. Any serious low-carbon outlook has gas as a foundational resource. Experts at McKinsey model resilient gas demand through 2050, even in an accelerated transition scenario to meet climate change goals. The world is simply too poor, too fast-growing, and too energy-starved for this not to be true. More practically, the US Department of Energy forecasts a 40 to 45% jump in global gas consumption, which is why net zero companies like Shell and BP have been planning to double their LNG portfolios to meet climate targets. Another interesting development is an interview that Martin Hewson just gave a couple of days ago. This is a 26-minute long interview, so feel free to check it out by heading over to LNG TV, but I want to play a small clip of this interview. The interviewer asks Martin Hewson about what are some of the remaining things for a final investment decision, and this is his reply.
So clearly lots of positive momentum with the Driftwood project. What are sort of the remaining things required for an investment decision there?
Well, look, we're putting together, a suite of contracts, as you can see. I mean, I think it was somebody put it the other day that we managed to sell 6 million tons of LNG in 8 days, which was a nice line. But clearly we'll continue to sell. We've already, started some early work, as you will have seen. You will have seen that we, are making steps with, various pieces of the project, be it the pipeline or Driftwood LNG itself. And, as Sharif has remarked, we're very optimistic about getting that moving very, very quickly. I mean, there's a huge momentum in the company. I mean, it's just 100 people today, Tellurian. Of course, the number of lives that Tellurian will touch in terms of the construction going forward will be enormous. But today it's 100 people. And, we had, interestingly, a town hall meeting 3 or 4 days ago. And it was amazing, the enthusiasm and, drive within the company. Clearly the last 18 months have not been good for anybody, Tellurian least of all. I mean, the industry has suffered, greatly at the hand of the pandemic and also low demand and low prices. But, right now we've got the wind in our sails, the momentum behind us, and, we can only feel, extremely optimistic that we are on the right pathway and we are going to deliver this project very quickly, very cost effectively, and deliver that gas to the markets that desperately need that gas.
Right, now let's jump into the chart to see where Tellurian's share price is likely to go from current levels. So my price prediction for Tellurian turned out to be pretty accurate. In the last video I talked about how Tellurian needs to stay above the $3.64 mark here, and that if we're able to do that, then we should head higher towards the $3.80. And we did start going in that direction at market open. $3.80, however, is the next resistance level here. If we break this resistance line, then we should head up to the $3.90 mark. However, for that to happen, we need to stay above the support line that I've drawn. Right now, this red candlestick has crossed the support line, which means that we could be heading lower, or we might start trading sideways for the rest of the day. But it's important that we stay above the $3.64 mark here. If we fall below, then we could be heading lower. Anyways guys, that's it for today's video. Have an awesome day and I'll see you in the next one.